All right. Let's talk about the Bible. It's a book, a big one. Millions, heck, billions know it. They find comfort, guidance, maybe even a little fear in its pages. It's been around for ages, shaping lives, sparking debates. Yeah, it's a big deal. Contradictions. They're like bumps in the road, unexpected turns that make you slam on the brakes. In the Bible, contradictions are verses that seem to say opposite things, like one verse might say go left and another says go right. Confusing, right? These contradictions can be tricky. They make us question what we thought we knew. They can shake our faith, make us wonder if the Bible is really the reliable guidebook we thought it was. But hold on. Before we jump to conclusions, let's remember something important. The Bible wasn't written in one sitting. It's a collection of books written by different people at different times for different audiences. So, maybe these contradictions aren't contradictions at all. Maybe they're just different ways of looking at the same truth. Maybe they're puzzles waiting for us to put the pieces together. Let's see, shall we? Let's start with Matthew chapter 5 verse 6. It says, "Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled." Powerful words, right? Makes you want to chase after righteousness with everything you got. But then we turn to John chapter 6 verse 35. It says, "I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never be hungry again, and whoever believes in me will never be thirsty again." Wait, hold up. Didn't Matthew say we need to hunger and thirst for righteousness? See, this is what I'm talking about. Two verses seemingly saying opposite things. So how do we reconcile them? Well, maybe it's about the kind of hunger. Matthew could be talking about a spiritual hunger, a deep desire to be right with God. And John, maybe he's talking about the satisfaction that comes from knowing Christ. The kind of satisfaction that fills you up from the inside out. So, maybe it's not a contradiction, but two sides of the same coin. What do you think? Section 4. Faith versus works, a divine tug of war. Alright, let's move on to another head scratcher. This time it's about faith and works. Romans chapter 3 verse 28 says, "For we maintain that a man is justified by faith apart from works of the law." So it's all about faith, right? But then James throws a curveball. James chapter 2 verse 24 says, "You see that a man is justified by works and not by faith alone." Wait a minute, James, didn't Paul say faith was enough? Now we got a divine tug of war going on. This one's a classic theological debate. Some say Paul and James are talking about different things. Paul's talking about being declared righteous before God, while James is talking about demonstrating that righteousness through our actions. Others say it's about the relationship between faith and works. Faith without works is dead, they say. Like a car without an engine, it ain't going nowhere. So maybe it's not about choosing one or the other, but understanding how they work together. Another puzzle piece in place? Maybe. Section 5. Wise words or contradictory counsel. Let's wrap things up with a trip to the book of Proverbs. This book is full of wisdom, little nuggets of truth to help us navigate life. But even in this treasure trove of wisdom, we find some head scratchers. Proverbs chapter 26 verse 4 says, "Do not answer a fool according to his folly, or you yourself will be just like him." Good advice, right? Don't stoop to the level of foolishness. But then, just one verse later, Proverbs chapter 26 verse 5 says, "Answer a fool according to his folly, or he will be wise in his own eyes." Hold on, now we're supposed to answer the fool? What happened to not stooping to their level? This one's a real brain teaser. Some say the key is in the context. Verse 4 might be talking about pointless arguments where engaging will only make things worse. Verse 5, on the other hand, might be talking about situations where silence would allow the fool to persist in their error. So, maybe it's about discernment. Knowing when to speak up and when to walk away. Maybe it's about using wisdom to determine the best course of action. Another puzzle piece, maybe even the last one. Section 6. The Bible's perseverance. A question mark? Well, we've waded through some biblical head-scratchers, folks. We've seen how verses that seem to contradict each other can actually offer different perspectives on the same truth. We've seen how context, audience, and the passage of time can all play a role in understanding these apparent contradictions. But even with these explanations, some questions remain. These contradictions, even if we can explain them away, can still shake our faith. They can make us wonder if the Bible is truly the infallible Word of God. But maybe that's okay. Maybe it's okay to wrestle with these questions, to grapple with the complexities of faith. Maybe it's in the questioning, the searching, that we truly grow. So, what do you think? Do these contradictions diminish the Bible's power? Or do they add another layer of depth and mystery to this ancient text? The answer, my friend, lies within you. Keep searching, keep questioning, and you just might find what you're looking for. All right.